live, and I'm not techie at all. So hopefully you guys will be able to see me. I'm gonna find me on YouTube. So if you can hold on just a second. I'm not gonna be able to find me. Let's see. Are you out there? Am I live? I am live, so I just don't think I'm on what I was going to be on before. Let's see. I keep saying that. This kind of stinks. Let's see. Let me see if I can do it. Yay, there I am. Let's see if it works this time. Oh, maybe not. I think I found me. I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm Georgine Darbro from Two Long Dogs and a Stamper, if you didn't see that mess up before. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here to show you a few more cards that I'm making. It's a class using Storybook Garden Patch and Storybook Friends, and it's a super cute set that kind of looks a little like old-fashioned, if you like a Peter Rabbit type. And I get to use blends with a lot of coloring with the stamps, which I love to do. I don't know if you guys like to color, but it's fun and relaxing for me. So let me go ahead and put the camera down. Last time I put it down and it was backwards, and I still have not figured out how to get the writing to be correct. I'm looking into that. So please tell me if I can see you anywhere. I don't know if I can see. Please tell me if it's backwards so I can reverse it on my phone. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. These are the two. Oh, let's see. Gotta rearrange things, guys. Hold on. Don't get too dizzy. I'm sorry. I think this is the way I gotta go. There we go. I think that's right. Oh, I can't get it to work. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna take you down again. There we go. I think that's it. Now I'm just gonna turn it. Are you dizzy yet? Are you guys all laughing at me or with me? Okay, I think that's it. But I just gotta move you around now. No, stop. Okay, let's see. I can't see people. Oh no, it says chat disabled for live stream. So I don't know how I did that, but somehow I did. I don't know. So unfortunately, I'm not going to see who is on here and who is not. Is there a way that I can, let's see. Nope. A way that I can change so that I can chat. Are you still live? I am. So, well, I guess I'll just carry on and hope for the best. Unfortunately, I somehow disabled um, the chat on my live stream. I wonder if there's a way I can go in and take care of that. But I don't think there is. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to just stick with not being able to chat with you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. So, this is a suite. It comes with the Storybook Garden Patch and the Storybook Friends. And it comes with these lovely stamps and dies, lots of dies. This is the garden side, obviously. And this is the Storybook Friends side. And these are little rabbits. Don't they remind you of Peter Rabbit? They're so cute. And the dies. There's frames with these dies. And we'll be using some of this. So there's also paper and dies. The paper is really pretty. Let me bring some of this out. I already have it all set for the cards, so. But there's the strawberry and rabbits. There's this pretty green. I think it's Old Olive. I use a lot of this, so I apologize. It's really cut up. This is one of my favorites. It's so pretty. There's veggies and houses, little cottages like. What else do we have here? Oh, this is pretty. It all looks very so old-fashioned like. And that's my strawberries again. So there, it comes with paper and then die cuts. And I did use die cuts on one of the cards, but I really like stamping and coloring, so I didn't use it on a bunch, but I wanted to show how you can do it and how you can use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back and put it down here so it can get off the table. And then we have some bling, and this is called Antique Pearls, and they're really pretty. They almost look like an opal. So there's those. We'll be using those. Oop, clean up my mess. And the cardstocks we'll be using will be Pecan Pie, Basic Beige, Lost Lagoon, one of my favorite colors, Calypso Coral, and Old Olive. So those are the cardstocks we'll be using, and maybe some odds and ends that I didn't catch. But what I'm going to do is start with the first one. I did a lot of the stamping and coloring and die cutting so that you wouldn't have to sit and watch me color. But I thought it'd be fun to see how I color using the blends. So I'm going to start with this one. It's one of the simplest of the cards. And we start out with a basic beige base, 4.5 by 8.5, 4.25 by 8.5, and scored in the middle by 4.25. And I'm gonna go ahead and burnish that. I really wish I could see you guys. I don't know how to change that. Okay, burnish. We have a piece of DSP strawberry paper. That's gonna go on here. We have a mat for that strawberry paper. It goes like that. We have a piece of the Old Olive. that's going to go like this. You guys are sideways. Should I mess with the camera? We have a piece of the DSP that's like the plaid, which actually this comes from this plaid paper right here. I forgot to use this in here. It's Timeless Plaid, and it's one of the plaid papers from here. I love that paper too. We have an inside basic beige. Even though it is basic beige, I still like to put it in there, not stamp on the actual card base. And one of these also goes on the inside. Okay, should I mess with it and turn and see if I can move it? What do you think? You can't answer me because, let's see. Okay, one more turn, I think. Is that right? You guys are probably laughing at me. How can somebody now be so pathetic with a phone, right? Nice hand, huh? Sorry, guys. Is that better? I don't know. We'll see as we go. Probably not. I probably have to turn it one more time because I think I'm going to be backward. You know, like you're looking at me differently. Okay, so let's just get started. What it is, what it is, what it is. We're going to stamp on the basic beige, and we're going to stamp the little watering can. I love this water. I don't know why I love this watering can, but it's so gosh darn cute. And these are the rubber stamps, but they stick to our blocks. And I'm just going to use Memento Black so that we can use the blends and color them. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that up and add it. There we go. Close it up. Oh wait, no, I need one more. I'm sorry. Two more. And I'm going to use our little, what are these called? This is called a, it's not a shovel, but it's the little shovel-like thing. It's pretty sad, I don't know what that's called. We're gonna use that. And we are gonna use the strawberries. Strawberries are so cute and fun to work with. Let's see. There we go. Oops, let's get that on better. Tap, 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 get some ink on there. Let's turn this. It's probably not the best way because you're seeing me sideways, long and skinny and upside down. Okay. And now we get to color. The coloring part is the fun part. When I did these, I used a bunch of different colors. Let me pull them out of the bag that I have them in. For all the cards, I used all these colors. Of course, you don't have to use all these colors, but these are the colors I chose and played with and used. I have two sets of grays in here. I only used one set. But the rest I kind of did use. So these are all our, not all our blends, but these are the colors of the blends that I did use. And I know it is quite a bit, but when I get started, I kind of keep going and I tend to use a lot, but not needed, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put these down over here, and I'm gonna find the ones that I need. I need light smoky slate, and I need dark smoky slate, And I'm gonna use crumb cake. I use pecan, and for some reason, I can't find them. I have a tendency of bringing it to work, and I think I left it there so that, like, if I have a second or two break on my lunch hour, which no, I don't get a lunch hour, my lunch 15 minutes, I can go ahead and do it then. But I think I left it there. I'm gonna pull out some greens, and then I need my red for the strawberries and pinks. Let's see. Oops. Where's my red? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to start with the watering can. I promise it's the only one that I'm going to color so that you don't have to sit here and watch me color this, but I thought it'd be fun. I always start with the darker of the two, so I'm going to start with dark smoky slate. Move these over. And Stampin' Up! Is really good because they give you little areas that you can darken. See the lines? I always go with the lines and then work from there where I want to add. And this one, I kind of darken the bottom and a little bit on the side. And I did a little here, and I did a little up here, and I did the hole. Anywhere you think there might be a shadow or a darkening. And then I just went back and I used the lighter one. And you can always go back. Oh, let me use the other side. I need a new light smoky. It's really, it's one of my favorite colors when I need gray. So it's kind of dying a little bit. The other side, which I'll show you what the other side is. I like the other side better, but that one is kind of really running out. So I wish I can talk to you guys. I see that there are 7 people possibly watching me, if I'm looking at that right, but unfortunately I screwed up and I turned off the chat mode, and I don't know how to just turn it on, if there's a way or not. You guys are probably going, just do this. You all probably know how to do it. Okay. So these are alcohol based, and when you work with alcohol based, we need to use the Memento ink. Using the other ink doesn't work very well because it bleeds. And I have a tendency of going over things so much, and I sometimes bleed things out also. You can always go back and add a little bit more dark if you need to. Like I'm gonna do a little bit up here, and I like a little bit more down here. Okay, and then go back and use, this is the thicker side or the brush side, but this ink, look at it, see how it's kind of getting, there's not much there. It's because it's running out, but this side is working. So I will just use this side. With the other markers, I'll show you the other side. Okay, now I also used, I forgot I did this. I used a little copper clay to make it look like it was a little rusted. I don't remember if I used dark or light. Let's try a little dark. Let's see. And I will use the brush just to show like a little bit of rust on certain parts of it. And then I went back with the light and went over it just so it didn't look so out of place. I don't know, I just thought that looked good. Okay, there's the watering can. And then for the little shovel, I used the same color of smoky slate for this part. Used the little highlights, and I did this dark too. And then went back and used this light smoky slate. I always go back and forth until I like what I see. And then I used crumb cake, another one of my favorites, and I just ordered a new crumb cake light and dark because mine are really dying. After doing the bunnies in this, I kind of used them up. but I've used it on many things. I mean, they last forever. It's just I use them so often. I think I used pecan, if I remember correctly, on the other shovels that I'm on my, when I first made these cards, but unfortunately I can't find my pecan, and that's one of my favorite colors too. So we're gonna do the strawberries. I used Old Olive, light and dark, if I can find it. Look at me looking here. Okay, this is dark granny apple. Hold on. Here's the Old Olive, and here we go. Okay, I just went ahead and outlined, is my head in the way? No. Outlined where I want another one that is well loved. And I have another one. I have this on order too. Old Olive is a favorite. I'll just use the brush one. It's funny how one side of my other marker, it was the tip, and this one is the brush. So I just add a little bit of the lines, and then I go back and use my light to take care of the rest. I'm one that keeps on adding until I like what I see. There are some people here that are so good at doing this. If you watch other people, they really know what they're doing. I just do it until I like the look. This is a little granny apple green to add to it. Again, these are not needed all the time, all these colors. I just enjoy it. And then we'll put the green on the tops. And then we get to do the strawberries. I mean, yeah, the actual strawberry. Let me just add a little of this green real quick. Nope, that's not it. Give it a little more dimension. Okay, so the strawberries in the paper that I see here aren't like super duper red. They don't look super ripe, so that's how I made them on the card itself. And I'm going to take this. I just need my pinks and my poppy red. My poppy red is kind of a pinky red, so I went ahead and I started with the poppy red, and I just added a little bit, kind of scribbled. And then I went and used one of my, I think it was the dark petal pink, and took care of that. And then I'll blend them together more. I think I'll add a little bit more poppy. So there's no right or wrong. You just do what you think looks right, and you like, and you work with it, and you keep adding. And there is a ink lifter. I don't have that. I need to get that, because I think that would be a good thing to have, where if you add a little too much of one color, you can go back and take some of it off. I usually just go back and use the lighter version of the color or another lighter color and blend in a little bit more. But so there, I'm done coloring. I'm gonna go ahead and die cut these out, and I promise this is the only time, I shouldn't promise. I think I got everything already taken care of for die cutting and stamping purposes. But I'm gonna go ahead. This is our die cut machine, and of course it is the way I have the camera. I really need to figure this stuff out so that you guys can see better. You're not gonna be able to see it well anyways, because the way my camera is set. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the dies, and I'm gonna use, excuse my arm, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Post-it tape to keep the die in place and lay it down. And tape it down so it doesn't move. And then I'll get my little shovel. I think this video is going to be worse than the first one because my camera, I don't have it correct. And I can't chat with my people that are out there. I feel so bad. It's nice to be able to see who's out there. I will find out though. I will talk to some people and find out what I'm doing wrong. And then my strawberries. Where are my strawberries? That's okay. There we go. And then we take the plate. So we have, they come with numbers. We have the 1, 2, 3, and 2 number 3s to put on top. And put that through. Sorry for the wiggling of the camera. Go lay down, Gus. Go lay down, buddy. And easy as that. Let me put this to the side. And we'll look at our fruit. There we go. Okay, look how cute that is. There's that. Last week, Gus decided to start having a seizure. Gus has seizures. He's my basset hound, but the vet gave us medicine. When we see that he's going into one, we kind of have an idea when he is. We can give it to him, and it usually stops him. And last week, lucky enough, it did. So he was okay. They're not really strong seizures. They're little seizures, but they he gets them probably once a week or every couple weeks, and they're not damaging yet. So we're just going to keep it the way it is and hope for the best. It's not good to see them in it, but it's not all. It could be worse. Okay, so let's put this together. So I got my glue. Last week I had problems with my glue. I've been using this and it hasn't been problematic at all. Yay, it's coming out. Last time it was super, super thick for some ungodly reason. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if it was really old and I just opened it. I never had that problem before. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and line that paper up. And then go ahead and put that on the base. Should make sure, hold on, make sure I have the opening. I've done that before. Yep. I put it on upside down. There we go. And so I went ahead and just stamped Happy Spring down here. Obviously you can put any sentiment on here, any words, but I thought this would be fun. That's hello friend. This one has a lot of cute sayings. It says, there's hello friends, welcome little one, so it can be for a baby, somebody loves you, Easter greetings, thank you so much, and happy spring. So I chose Happy Spring. This is the glass mat. This is online. It's not in any catalogs, and I kind of love it. You can get ink on it, and it just wipes up so nice and neat. And you can stamp on it without any padding or anything. I don't know how it does that, but it does. And I went, but it's easy to clean up. I don't know. It's just an easier way than using the paper all the time. I'm used black Memento, and I'm just gonna put it down here in the left corner. There we go. Ta-da. I really wish I could figure out how to get you guys on so I can chat. On the original, I had you guys on as chatting, and then I screwed up the original that I had started, and I just started a new one, and well, I didn't do a good job because now I can't chat with you. So I don't know if that's something that you always have to have in advance, but I will find out. Okay. And then we're gonna put this on here. We put it so it's like in the bottom half of the card. Just line it up so it's even with the rest. Oops. I like this glue because you can slide it around. See what I just did? If I put that down with running tape, it would have been stuck forever. And then a piece of our blue. So if you like these cards and you would like to, oh, I forgot, I have to snip this. Let me get my scissors. I thought I had it exact, but I didn't. I'll snip it. Boop. You like these cards and you'd like to get them. The set of 4 cards, you get everything but the stamps themselves, the stamps and dies, but you get all the cardstock and the DSPs, and on the other cards there's embossing. You can get these kits from me. You can either do a $50 order before taxing and shipping of Stampin' Up! Products, which some of these stamp sets, the stamp set suite is more than that, or you can purchase them for $30 plus shipping. Just so you know, you can just reach out to me to 2 Long Dogs and a Stamper on Facebook message, or you can email me at georgies2longdogs@gmail.com. Okay, so this is the one I made previously, so we're going to go ahead and add all the things that we colored already. So I popped up the watering can, so let me go ahead and get my dimensionals. Oh, those are small ones. I think I want the big ones. There we go. I like dimensionals. I like the lift. There we go. No, go lay down. And I think I'll use a small one on the tip of that so I don't have to worry about it. I don't know if you guys know Bassets or Dachshunds. They're talkers. They love to talk. And yeah, mine really love to talk. He was just moaning and groaning. He was just out before I went live, so he really does not need to go OUT. But for some ungodly reason, because I'm talking to you and doing this, he thinks he should. And then just line it up. Gus, Hazel, go lay down. Oops, you can see that dimensional. Let me move that around here. And they very seldom play, but of course they want to play right now. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to tap down the dimensional, not all the way down, because I don't know if that's exactly where I want to put it. Then we'll go ahead and add our strawberries. I know a lot of dimensionals. I probably shouldn't put this many on, but it's fun, right? Now I put a dimensional up here, but I don't need them down here because they're going to go on the watering can. And the watering can is already lifted. So I'm going to just move this one over just a bit. I'll add it there. And just add a little glue to keep that strawberry down. Add our little shovel. I just need one little dimensional on the handle of the shovel. Guys, Gus, go lay down. Hazel. Hazel's my miniature Doxy, and she is very vocal too. She's got this really high-pitched bark. Hopefully you won't hear that tonight. Okay, so I added a little glue on the shovel part, the metal part, and a dimensional on the handle because we're gonna lay it down. My hand's shaking like that. So this one I moved it over a little bit more, and I should have done that. See how this one, I like it positioned here more, but that's okay. Okay, now we just have to add our, did I pull this off? No. Hazel. Add our middle, and then we can add our bling. Okay. For the inside, oops, I went ahead and added a mat on the inside. I don't like just writing on the actual card. And all I did was take that same plaid and snip it. And I used the twine. First, I'm going to glue this down. There we go. There we go. I'm going to take our tear and tape. And as Christine Bertram says, we're going to make a tear and tape sandwich so that our little twine doesn't come off. There we go. One there. One there. Guys, go in the living room. And I'm just gonna take the twine and snip and do it one more time. I like the 2-layer right next to each other. And snip. So it was really cold here today. I had outside, I did not have to go outside. I had to go outside Monday and Tuesday for recess. Today I did not have to go outside. I'll go out Friday. We take turns. But going to get the kids from recess, oh my goodness, it was so chilly outside. I was hoping for a little bit warmer weather. It felt colder today than it was yesterday when I was outside. Okay, and then I did a little faux knot right here. I'm going to cut them down just a little bit. And I did take my this tool, and of course I've totally forgot what it's called. Take my tick tool. Wow, say that fast. And I just spread the little pieces so that they weren't big and bunchy, just to give it a little like dimension to it, or I'll show you what I'm talking about. See? I don't know if that's, just did that so it looked a little frazzled. I used to like that look. Okay, let me go ahead and put this to the side. And now we just glue this down. And then we add a little bling, and we are done with this first one. Oh, we can go ahead and use these as part of our sticky. Usually the dogs are sleeping by now. If I'm sitting on the couch or doing stuff or crafting, they're out cold, but because I'm on, they're of course going to make noise. Go ahead and add this in. I did not stamp on the inside. I thought that would just be something fun. You can just go ahead and write what you want. And then I added some of the bling. I added 3 little ones. I hope there's enough room because I scooted that over. I think there should be. Put 1. Oops, dog hair, of course. 2, actually, I'm going to put 1 over here instead because I moved that over a little bit and put the 3rd one there. Okay. Oh, look at what I forgot. I think we can go ahead and add it. See how I added the twine up there, the thread? I'm going to go ahead and just add it now. I just wrapped it around my fingers a couple times, snipped it. And then I added it to the back. Let's see if I can do this. Let me do that again. I think I only did it twice. I think 3 times might be too much. 1, 2. There we go. Let's snip that off. Use it somewhere else. Okay. Be so much easier if I did it when I was supposed to do it. And then I just twisted it. Let me see if I can stick it under. If I can pull this up. I might be able to. Oh, not there. Let's see. Don't do it this way. Do it before you put everything down. Don't do what I do. Because it does not look quite as nice. There we go. Okay, I'm going to add another dimensional to help that stick because, like I said, I didn't do it the correct way. I should have done it before I put it down, but I forgot. When we're done, I'll go back and adjust so that it doesn't look so. There. Oops, I pulled that too much. See, this doesn't work this way. It's too hard. Okay, time out. I'm going to put less. Or I should just say, forget it. I'm not going to do it on this one. It was just too much because of the way I am having to do it. Okay. Oh, I'm ripping my paper, so I don't want to go any further with this. Okay, I'm going to leave it off on this one. I'm sorry. I forgot that part on this one. But if you look, all I did was I wrapped it around my fingers a couple times, and I stuck it to the back before I put it down. But silly me, forgot about that. And it really does add up something to it. I like it, so don't be silly like me. Remember to do it before you do that, before you put it down. So one card is done. And that was the easiest card, and I already, hopefully it'll get smoother. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let me clean up my little area here. Put some things away so I can start the next one. Let's see. Oh, the next one. I did a lot of coloring, but I did it already. Look at, I have all these done already, so we don't have to worry about coloring again. Look at, see? I didn't use these, I just did these. I thought I was going to use them on something. So these are all the things that we're going to use on the other cards. And I'm going to show you some fun techniques. So we're going to go ahead and do this card next. This one is, see, you're upside down. opens up like this. And it says, hello, friend, and it gives you a lot of room to write. And I used a technique called masking to do this, and I'll show you how to do it. I'm not going to do all the coloring because it's a lot, but I'll show you how to do it so that you can go ahead and try it out. So these are all the insides. Here are the things that I would be coloring. I stamped them, but I'm not going to use them. We're going to use a little piece of ribbon, and I forgot to grab the roll, so I'm not sure what this is called, but it comes with this. Oh, here, let me look and see if I can see. It does come with, and I can't see where it is. Hold on, I'm looking in my catalog. Here it is. 5. It's called Petal Pink 3/8 of an inch scalloped ribbon. And it's really super pretty. It's really light. And it's got nice detail to it. So all is needed is that itty bitty little piece. And I'm going to use these for the masking. And I'll show you. And then this also. So this is a die from another set, Nature's. That's in our annual catalog. It's Spotlight of Nature, and I didn't get the stamps, but I got the dies, and the dies, I love them, and I don't know if they were going to be discontinued for the new catalog or not. I thought someone said, but I didn't see them on the list, but that doesn't mean anything. I have to look. But they're super duper, they're pretty. They just have lots of details on them and a bunch of different kinds. So we need pecan pie base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. But there's another scoring, and the special scoring. Let me get this out. And what you're gonna do is you have to, I used a pencil because I'm not good at just looking and doing. And I measured out 3 inches. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. 3 inches and put a little line. And then I measured 1 inch like this and put a little line. And then I took those 2 dots or lines that you made and put them in the little scoring and cutting. What is that called? Run or whatever it's called. And then I scored it. And then you do it on the other side also, and you get this score so that it goes in. So you have to gently, I already did it, so you gently have to fold in here, fold in here, and then push down. And you have that cool little score. Just gives a little detail. Let me put this down so I know what it is. And then I burnished it so that it would stay like that, both sides. Okay, so this is the other DSP that we used. It came with that. I think you saw that. It was the cottages, and then it's got the vegetables on the back. But I like, the cottages are so cute. I mean, look at those. I would love to live in one of those little cottages. So adorable. I'm not a gardener. I've said this before, and I can grow animals and children, but plants I kill all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue this down on the card base. I wish I could. I love plants. I think they're beautiful. My oldest son wants to try to grow a little bit of a garden this year. We're gonna try. I don't know how well it'll work, but doesn't hurt to try. Okay, so that part. And now we're going to do this right here. I'm not going to do it all, but I'm just going to show you how I did it so that you have an idea when you go ahead and if you want to go ahead and do it. You'll need in the stamps in the garden, no, I'm sorry, in the stamps in the Storybook Friends, there's a brick fence. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. And put that on there. I'm going to put my watering can back. I better do that. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put Memento because we're coloring again with the blends. And we need Memento in order to color. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Get that all nice and lubed. And I'm just going to put it across. Just judge. Give a little green grass on the bottom and enough on the top to be like the sky. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. There we go. I'm done with that. Thank you for the friends that are still watching. I hope it's working okay. I'll put that back. And then the patch, like that carrot patch in the back. I'll show you one second. See this? That's what we're going to mask. And what you do when you mask is you're going to stamp on a Post-it or something, piece of paper, that same rock fence, and you're going to line it up, let me move this out, so that it's over it. Because when you go to stamp this, you don't want it on top of your fence. So let's go ahead and do this. Put the stamp on the block, stamp it up, and Hazel. And now I'm just going to add this to the back. Now I wanted some over here too, so all I did was stamp part of it. I went ahead and stamped like this edge, just this little bit. And I put it on over here too. And see, when I stamp on the, oop, I think I just stamped on that, but that's okay. When I stamp on the glass mat, all I have to do is, they give you a chamois that goes with it, but I left it over in the other room, so I'm just gonna use a wipey, and you can just wipe it off so that you don't get it on everything. Okay, let me take that mask off, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so see how I was able to put the carrot patch in the back, but yet the carrot patch isn't on the rock fence? Hazel, go lay down. And now you can color. I'm not going to bore you with coloring. I have one already colored, but I colored this green and I added grays and greens and browns and orange for the carrots, and I just went and did what I thought was right. And that's all I can do. All you can do. You just color until you like it. And this is how it turned out. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp Happy Spring up there. I used Old Olive, did not bring my Old Olive, so I'm over here. It's in the other room. So I'm just going to use my my black, my Memento. I put Happy Spring again. I just thought that was fun. I mean, who can't love a card that says happy spring, right? We all want spring to be here. I know it's officially here, but this weather is definitely not spring weather. It's coming though, it's coming. You know, Wisconsin, right? April is such a hard one to know what's coming along. So I'll go ahead and do that. Put it away. I try to put everything away because if I don't, I will lose it or it'll get stuck something. I'm gonna close this up for now. And look, I remembered. See, there's that little piece of ribbon. I'm gonna do it before I stick it down so I don't ruin it. So I'm gonna take a piece of that tear and tape again. And I want it on this side, right about here. And all I did was fold it in half and stick it on. And then I'm going to go ahead and put another piece on so it doesn't fall off. I would stink if you do all this work and then the ribbon is messed up by the time you give it to the person you want to give it to. So we're going to do that. See? Take my scissors that I should have put away and I didn't. Snip it so it looks nice. Okay, and I did put it on with dimensionals. So I'm gonna put this aside, bring this back out, put my scissors away so I don't make a mess. Last time when I was looking back at my first live, I thought, I had a very messy area. I still do, but not as bad. Before we put it down, we're gonna add our bunnies. Those two bunnies that I already colored and die cut out. So let's see, I have this one and this one, and we're going to go ahead and use pop-ups, some dimensionals. These are so cute. Don't they remind you of Peter Rabbit? I think that's what it is. Isn't it Peter Rabbit? But the old-time bunny. Put him over here. I know some people look at this and go, yeah, this isn't my kind of stamp set. And the paper, but I looked at it and thought, oh my gosh, it's so gosh darn cute. But that's what's so great about Stampin' Up. They have so many different kinds of stamp sets. Everybody finds something they like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the dimensionals on this side because it's going to go like this. I wanted to make sure that you remember, don't bring it out here because it wouldn't fit in the envelope. You have to make it so that it's even. So I lined it up like with one of the lines and make sure that this doesn't go past that line and this doesn't go past that line. Does that make sense? Because if not, it won't fit in the envelope. So let's see. Let's do that again. Okay. And look, when I die cut, this one little piece didn't pop out. There we go. Okay, so the inside is just as much going on as the outside. I went ahead, as the inside looks like this. I stamped it because I did not, again, want you to sit and watch me. So I stamped it. I'm just going to go ahead and add that. Oops. Let's see. I did give it a little border. We don't want to get too close to that crease right there. See this? Because then it'll be hard to open and close. And then on here, I also added one of the bunnies, and a carrot. I also wanted to show you though, I did do a shadow. Let me get my gray. Oops. I did do a shadow just so that it didn't look like it was just sitting and floating in air. I just go with it and do what I think looks like it. Add and subtract. Get it? I'm using the tip that doesn't have a lot of ink left on it. And there's no wrong or right. You just do until you think it looks good. And you're going to add stuff to it anyways too. So just so it looks like it's sitting on something. Okay, let's bring our little thing back. And I did, of course I popped it up because I pop everything up. This guy's got a blue tie, but I think that's okay. We're going to go ahead and pop him up. And we'll use the little ones for his ears. You can cut the big ones in half, but I have the little ones with me right here, so I might as well just go ahead and use them. Told my husband to be done by 9. I've got almost 2 cards done, and I have 2 to go. I think we're gonna make it. So if not, he'll be walking in, and then the dogs will bark, and it'll be a disaster. Or at least entertaining. Okay, so I'm going to add the bunny here. And then I'm going to add a carrot here. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to move this out. We're going to use that in again, but then we're going to put this up at the top. But first we have to go ahead and stamp Hello Friend. So let's get that out of here. Finally something than just Happy Spring. Let me find, here it is. Hello Friend. I'll line it up here so that it makes it nice and straight. I use the lines on the board, the glass mat. I shouldn't call it the board, the glass mat, and then just stick it on. Go ahead and use Memento. Again, I used old olive, but because I did not bring it over here, I'm just going to stamp black. There we go. Okay, we're going to close this up, glue this down, and then we're almost done. We just have 2 more things, well, a few more things to do. This glue is so much better than last week if you saw it. It's coming out so nice, just like it should. Okay, put that up here. Okay, now we need the pieces that go here. This, it wasn't. I thought it was. All I did was I snipped the diagonal off of a piece. So this is about 2.5 by 3, and I then cut it in half. Does that make sense? Not, yeah. 2.5 by 3, and then I cut it in half, and it gave us this. See? Oops. No, it didn't. I don't know how I did that. I did it 2.5, but then I needed opposite. You'll see. Watch. If I did what I said I did, I cut it in half, which I did, the 2.5 by 3, but I did 2 of them because I needed them to be the opposite, if that makes sense. If you get this, if you choose to purchase this card class, you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll be cut for you and you'll know what I'm talking about. So you put it in the little triangle area. I love this pretty green. Isn't this pretty? It just, I love anything leafy, trees, nature looking. I don't know why. I just have always. And yet, I can't grow anything. Kind of funny. Okay, so we'll bring this back. My little thing full of stuff. And I put the basket up here. Now, do you have to do it this way? Nope. You can add it wherever you want. I just chose it here. And I did not put dimensionals because I have so many dimensionals. The only thing, I only have one thing that I put dimensionals on, and you will see in a second. And then I have 2 carrots. Put one like here and one here. We'll put this one first. And then here. So do you have to do exactly what I do? Nope. This is your card. It's so much fun just to look at other people's work and do what you want to do with it, right? That's how everybody gets their ideas. I did add dimensionals, of course, to my little shovel here. Because I can't not put dimensionals on for some reason. And I just stuck it up there with the carrots. I'm gonna do that. There we go. We just have to add, I think, oops, what did I? Yeah, there we go. We just have to add one little bling. And again, I use the pearls. And I use the medium pearl. And I put it right by the happy spring on the front. Right there. There we go. Card 2. Done. Put those over. Clean up a little bit. Okay. Ready for the next one? This one we're using the die cuts with. And like I said, I'm not a die cut user. I like to stamp too much. And I like to color too much. And I don't know. I just haven't. But I did use this because they come with a kit. They would be good with for scrapbooking too. And I kind of wanted to do a scrapbook page with them. So we'll see. I hope I get to do one. And I'll show you guys. This is the card we're doing. Now, on the one I'm going to make now, I cut this down a little bit so you could see this paper along as a mat, just so that it wasn't wasting that paper. It felt like I was wasting so much. If you didn't want to do that, you could just cut out the circle and put it underneath and not even put that on. I don't know. I just did it that way. So let's go ahead and start. This is an inside. Let's see. This is an inside. And what I'm going to do is I used this, which is one of my favorites embossing folders, and I think it's discontinuing or, leaving because, new things come out so they can't keep everything in stock. But I love it. It is so fun. It's like a distress, and I love the distress look. So I went ahead and used it. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put it in here. And we're going to line it up on that line. See that right there? And I'm going to go ahead and do it on the floor because I've got so much going on here. But this is one of the 3D folders, so all you need for the 3D folder, oh, yep, there it is the number 1 and then the number 4, which is the gray, and you put it through. And you always put, the opening pointing to the left. So this side goes in first. Because if you don't, you'll crack your folder. And that would not be a good thing. Pick up some. Okay, here we go. I'm back. Sorry you couldn't see that, but I don't have enough room. Okay, so this is it. Isn't this pretty? See how it's like distressed? I love this. I am keeping this, even though I can't, you know, use it to show you guys. But I love it. So we'll need this for the next one too. Let's put that to the side. Put these down. Okay, and what I did was I took this die and cut it, used it. It comes in the Storybook Friends. This is my favorite frame out of this Storybook Friends. And I put it on here. Actually, hold on. I'm sorry. I put it on here. And I'm actually going to try. I didn't do this, and I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try putting them together and doing it. So I'm going to lay it down. I might be making a big mistake doing this. I'm not going to because it's so intricate. There's so many little lines. Okay, so I found the center, or where I thought I'd want it. I didn't have it exactly centered. I had it a little further up to the top. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I love this Post-it. I don't know if you guys ever used it. It's called Post-it tape, and it really does not stick hard, so when you use it, it doesn't take the paper up when you try to pull it off. Like washi tape, sometimes when you peel this off, it takes the paper up or whatever you're stamping. Okay, I'm going to go and die cut this again down on the floor. I'll be right back. Try to be quick. Okay. So what happened is, oh good, it didn't come all the way out, and that's exactly what I wanted it to do. Move this gently. Okay, see, it did. I mean, it would come out if I pushed on it, but we don't want it to come out. I'm going to leave it like this. We're going to use this circle for the inside of our card, and then we're going to go ahead and do this blue to get that frame that goes around it. I'll show you my madness, the reason of my madness here. So you use plate 1, 2, 3, and there's 2 number 3s, and you just make a sandwich. What is he doing? Okay. Save that piece for something else. Look how pretty that comes out. Use my pick tool. Put that back. Okay, pick all these out. Suppose I should have done this so you didn't have to sit and watch me do this too, but you gotta watch me do some things, right? So guys, if you can, if you haven't yet liked, subscribe, follow, share, all those things, either on my Facebook, which is 2 Long Dogs and a Stamper, just like my YouTube, 2 Long Dogs and a Stamper, that would be great. I finally reached on YouTube, 52 subscribers. Oh, I'm at 53. And I thought at 50, I sent out an embellishment. I wonder if she's gotten it. Jean, have you gotten that yet? When I hit 75, I'm going to send out another embellishment to the person that is number 75. So if you guys can help me out, that would be great. Okay, there we go. So this is what we did, or I did. This can come out, so I'm going to just take tear and tape and just kind of put some on there so it holds it in. We don't want it to come out when we're making the card, or if somebody, you know, when you give it away and then this falls out, that's not good, because it could. Just enough to hold it down. I don't think it would come out then. And then we're going to put this over the top. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Not all over, just in the few spaces so that it stays down. Okay, let's see if that's enough. And then I'm just going to line it up with the lines that you see from the die cut of the basic beige that we did. Ta-da! There we go. Oh, let me add a little bit more here. Okay. There. See? You can add more glue. I just want to get going for us. Okay. And this is what I did. Oops. So let me go ahead and burnish this. We're getting a little messy here. And we'll glue down this piece. I use this side, but of course you can use that side too. This is another one of those from the plaid, the Perfectly Plaid. Is that what I said? I'm using it on the next cards that I'm doing too. Some of it, the dinosaurs, the Timeless Plaid. I'm sorry, I'm making my own names up here. I'm going to put this down. I like just a little border, so you'll see most of my cards just have a itty bitty border. And see, I decided, oh, I didn't cut this down. Oh, I used the wrong one. That's okay. I'll cut it down now. Hold on. I'll just take itty bitty off on each of the sides. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I'm not going to do that. I just ruined it. But I'm going to continue. Because it's embossed, it's hard to cut. I'm just going to leave it, though. I'll fix it later. Okay, so I used the wrong one. As you can see, I did cut one down, and I wasn't paying attention, and I used the wrong one. This should have been on the outside, see, so that it would have given a nice little border, and you could have seen more of that plaid. But unfortunately, I didn't do that. So I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down as is, so it'll have just a little bit of border. And for some reason, this embossing folder is hard to, actually I didn't need to do that because I have to put it up on dimensional, sorry, to cut once it's embossed. I don't know why, but I messed up, but it'll work. It just won't be like I thought it was going to be. Okay, so we need to lift this up so we can put the die cuts in. So I'm going to go ahead and add dimensionals. So I really didn't need to pull that tape off either. these off. I put enough, I put quite a few, 8 of them, because I don't want them, I don't want it to be saggy in the middle. I don't think that would look good. Okay, I used the ducks on this, on the one I made first, but when you get the die cuts, there's only so many ducks. So I decided to use something different on this next card because there's not a lot of ducks left when I've been using them. So line up the border. There we go. And what did I do with my... I had them. I can pick more out, but it makes me sad because I had them all picked out already. You can probably see it. I can't. Oh, well. Well, that's kind of silly. Oh, well. I will look for more. There's plenty of them. Let's use the little chipmunk on a bike. And how about the chipmunk picking an acorn off the tree? Or no, how about the chipmunk swinging? That one's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one on the inside. I think this one I'm gonna put out here, like this. I think I might let it, let's see. Just like that. Except for I have to put some glue on it. Jeez. Okay, so we'll add a little glue. And we'll go ahead and stick that in. I'm gonna put that piece through first. There we go. There. And then let's look. I had one that is a little dimensional. Maybe we should add, I could add a butterfly. Yes. I wish I could find the ones that I had already for it, but I don't know what I did with them. So we're gonna go ahead and put a dimensional on this butterfly. There we go. Actually, I think I'm gonna put it on the outside like that. Okay. And what I did was I stamped on here, hello friend. Did I already? Uh-oh, I didn't put it away. Oh, here it is. I did put it away, it just fell off. And I'll go ahead and use black ink, my Memento. Tap, tap, tap. I didn't leave enough room to go ahead and snip the end off, but I'm not going to worry about it. And I think I lost wherever my creatures are for this card, so is that piece of ribbon. So unfortunately, I won't be able to put the ribbon on this. I'm not even going to add this until I get the ribbon. So, but I did the same exact thing that I did for the other card, is I folded it over, the ribbon over, and just tucked it underneath and put it down, okay? I don't know where that ribbon is, but I'm gonna leave that there. But I'm going to go ahead and do the inside so you can see the inside. Now again, this one is gonna be smaller because this one was supposed to be on the outside, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the piece of plaid down here, which I'll have to cut down because it's smaller. And just along the bottom, I like to give it a little bit on the bottom too. I don't like to put it all the way down on the bottom. Snip it off. Okay, and then Happy Spring. This can say Happy Easter too if we wanted, right? Or welcome little one, any of these. Somebody loves you. And then that inside from in here is going to go right here. Add a little glue. And then he's gonna go right here. Now here I use the goose and greenery underneath, but this guy's bigger. I don't think he needs the greenery. So I'm just gonna put him up on dimensionals and stick him down. Ta-da! And then stick this down. Oops, jumped out of my hand. And just make sure that it's all even. And card number 2, remember, this will be here with that little pink ribbon. Hazel. Okay, so there's card number 2. Kind of like the duckies better, but that's okay. Our last card. Are you still there? Man, 3 of you are still there. I thank you, whoever you are, since I can't tell. Everybody says each time you go live, it'll get better. Okay, here we go. This one is so cool. How cool is that? I love this card. So much fun. I did a lot of it so we don't have to sit there and wait. You don't have to sit here and wait. Okay, this card base is Calypso Coral, and it's 5.5 by 11, and it's scored at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and then 7. So, and then you just fold them in. So it's mountain, valley, mountain, valley. If you do that kind of stuff. And you just make sure that you score each one. I mean, do this to each one. What is this called? I can't remember. I've said it. Okay, and then you need a piece that is 3 by 6, and you score at 3. And then you need 4 of this pattern plaid paper, again from this, oops, this Timeless Plaid. Need Old Olive, more Calypso, more Basic Beige. We have to go ahead and I will do that right now. Go ahead and emboss with that same embossing folder, these. So I'll go ahead and do that. I have to go down to the floor again where my embossing folder is. Let's see if I can fit two. Do you think I can fit two? Maybe if I move this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'll be back. 1 sec. Oh, look at what I found. I found my critters that I was going to use. I didn't find my ribbon though. I knew I'd find them. For some reason they were in with my embossing plates. Okay. This one isn't actually hard to do. It's just a little time consuming. And I did all the time consuming things before the class, so it shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna go ahead and emboss one more, or two more, but one of the big ones. Then one more time. And then I'll be done with the embossing. Okay. I'm back. Okay. So we have those embossed. The next thing I have to do 2 frames. Did I? Yep. So these 2 frames, I'm going to go ahead and do really quick. This one I'm going to try, it's not as detailed, so I'm going to try to do that together. Let's see if that works. I'll go back and forth. Sometimes it does. I mean, if it's a basic shape, you definitely can do it. This has got a little bit of detail to it, so let's cross our fingers, please. Let's see. If this will work. What do you think? Is it going to work? I think so. I think it's going to work. It's not so detailed that it might not be able. Yep, it worked. So this one you can definitely do 2 for 1. Oh, wow. This one little piece. And I saved these. I can't remember. I used these for something on another card. I'm gonna go ahead and save those. I made a card and I used those and I'm not sure how. Maybe it was a past card. But that's that could be something to use. I'm not going to throw those away. Put that back. Throw this away now. Okay. Take our big tool. See? They worked. Let's hope this comes out. Oh, it did. That's what I was worried about, this part. Let's see. Yep. See if the rest does. This was the bottom layer, so this was the layer that I was worried it wouldn't work. because this just fell out. Okay, we got all our pieces now. I think. So why don't we go ahead and put this card together? Okay. Clean up a little bit. Can I do everything? Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and glue all these pieces to each of these parts of the card. So I'll add a little glue. One. Again, you can use either side. I just like the side with the Calypso coral in it. I just feel like it seems sort of more springy. Okay, one. Two. Now I did not cut it. Well, it's a 6x6, so it wouldn't be able to. So I was going to say cut it so all the plaids kind of work together, but I did not because it wouldn't have worked. Paper wasn't big enough. Okay, so we have that. Now, to get this on here, I kind of lined it up, and it's about a 1/2 inch or so, I think. Is that about a 1/2 inch? Yeah, about a 1/2 inch. And I added just a little bit of glue here. Can't put too much. And I just centered it. And then I opened it up. And I did the same thing on this side. You know, you kind of just close it and it kind of goes where it should go, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that same thing. See? Okay. Now we have to put the things on those. So we'll add these squares. Uh-oh. Oh no. I thought I did something wrong, but I didn't. Not this time. Okay, so let's add these. Nice little border. One. Two. And then this one goes on the inside. No, actually I didn't do that. I'm going to do this card a little different. Only me. Oops. Only me. I'm going to put this on here. Uh-oh. Did I cut it right? Did I use the right one? Yes. There we go. And then this can go here, right in the center. I'll show you what I did different on this card compared to the other card. 1 second. I got carried a little away with the embossing. I said I like this embossing folder so much, I got carried away with it. So we'll just decorate it just a little bit different. Okay. I'm rushing, I'm sorry. So I have to add a little more glue here. Okay, now we get to decorate it more. Let's put the frames down. We can't put too much glue on this because it's a frame and the top part sticks out, so you don't want to put any glue on that. Scoot it over and center it. My fingers don't want to work all of a sudden. Goopy glue, sorry. There we go. And then we have the frame on this side. Same thing, not too much glue. I put too much on that other one. Let's try to calm the glue down here. And I tried to line it up so that it was kind of similar to this one out here. So when you opened it, it was about the same. I'm just going to close it and push it down. There we go. Now we get to add our bunnies. Okay. Let's see. We're going to use the green bunny. Geez, that was a lot of glue we didn't need. Hold on. I mean, we need more glue because of the embossed paper, but not quite that much. There we go. Okay, add him. We'll do more. We have the ribbon and the, again, I didn't bring the ribbon over, but we could put the twine. And then here we put the bunnies. One holding lettuce. And then the girl in the dress. I love these bunnies. They're so cute and they're so fun to color. There's so much detail on them. Okay, so this is what I did. I embossed this on the one I'm making today. Obviously didn't emboss it the other day when I made it, so I'm not stamping on the embossed. So we'll just add some of the little creatures that I have. I have a little hedgehog I can add, or I can add another. Oh, I have this one. I can add this rabbit and this little one to here, because I was silly and embossed it instead of just letting it be. So I'm going to just glue these down. What do they say when you're crafting? No mistake is a mistake. It just makes a different type of craft, right? It's just a little bit different card. And I can't obviously put Easter greetings up there, but I can use a piece of paper, scrap, and go ahead and add Easter greetings to it. Oops. I have less than, a little more than 10 minutes, oops, before my husband walks through that door. Can I make it? If he walks through the door, the dogs will bark and make lots of commotion. Go ahead and put Easter greetings. And I'll just cut it. Snip, snip. Snip. There we go. And I'll use a little of that gray. I wasn't supposed to be using gray. I'm supposed to be using this one. Oops. I think I need better lighting, huh? So I'll just add this. Like I said, unfortunately I left the pink over in the other room and I'm not going to go get it right now. But that pink ribbon is so pretty. Sorry that you didn't get to see it except for that one little piece. I don't know how I forgot it. Okay. I'm just going to put a little tail and then loop and loop and another little tail and snip. There. And I'll just add it right there. A little different, but I think it's still cute. It'll work. There we go. Uh-oh, I hear my husband's car. Ready for some barking? Okay, and then we did Hello Friend here. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Hello Friend, and then we did Happy Spring. We're gonna go ahead and do that one too. We put a lot of the greetings on here. Like I said, these could be cute baby cards. I just thought with Easter coming, it would be fun to do spring and Easter. Snip these. I'm kind of rushing, I'm sorry. And I just snipped off like that. And again, a piece of the pink would have gone under there. But we're just going to add the twine. We'll do the same thing. What's good about this is if you make a mistake, if you don't like the way the ribbon or whatever you're putting on, you can just pull it off until you put this on. Until you put the second piece on. It's harder when you put the second piece on. It's doable, but it's harder. It would look prettier with the pink, but we're gonna have to do with what we have. This on with dimensionals. I don't know if you heard the last time we live in a little apartment. My husband and I sold our house of 23 years last year, January, so it's been a year. And there's not a lot of room in here for me to craft. So him going somewhere while I'm live kind of helps. So we went out to dinner with friends. Okay, there we go. And this one, I'm not going to put any twine on it because we have so much on it. See, I would have had to do the ribbon just straight across, which would have been really cute. But I got it. Where did my Happy Spring go? Oh, there it is. But we can add Happy Spring. And normally I would cut this so much straighter. Oh, I wonder if I can take, you know what I can do? Hold on. Let go. Where's my paper? Here it is. Take a piece of scrap Calypso Coral. And glue it down on there. How's that? See? We can do this. Ribbon's prettier, but it'll do something. It'll add a little something, right? You kind of punt. You go with the flow. There you go. Not as perfect without it, but that's okay. Enough glue on it. Oops. Now I put too much. There we go. Okay, we just need to add our bling, and we got it. Woot woot. Now what I do with the bling? Here it is. Okay, added a little one to the front. No hair, please. Goodness, got a lot of hair on that one. Dogs give it everybody. Let's see. And then I put a big one here. And a medium one here. And a small one. Okay. Card number 4. We did it. Not exactly. Oops, did I glue it together by accident? I did. What did I do? Somehow I got glue in there. I must have stuck it on accident. Whew. I'll have to fix that. Okay, card number 4. I like my original better, but that's okay. Okay, guys, I did it. No comments, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But hey, I made it through my second one. Let's see, can I do this? Oh, this way. Why? Something, rotate device back. Well, sorry guys, am I making you drunk? Making you dizzy. Oh, I'm upside down. Okay, let's try it again. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait. Now that you see my hand. Oh my gosh, this camera stuff, I really gotta figure out. I'm so... Okay, last time. I think I got it. I'm so sorry. Thank you for staying with me. If you have, I see 3 are still watching. I appreciate you. If you'd like this card kit, please let me know. Georgie's 2 Long Dogs at gmail.com, or you can see me, message me on Facebook, 2 Long Dogs and a Stamper. Please share, like, all the good stuff. What else? Subscribe. And yeah, I appreciate you watching, and I enjoyed myself, even though with all these mess ups. Hopefully next week, next week, I'm gonna do this. I've only made 2, but it's a cute dino set. I have 2 more to make. Look at this one. This one's so cool. Ready? And it spins. Okay. It's the Darling Dino set. So next week, Wednesday, 7 o'clock, you'll see this set. Okay? I hope to see you soon. Have a great week. Lots of love and smiles hopefully coming your way. Take care. Bye-bye.